can't show that on YouTube!
So I've been made aware of this video by Leonardo, which is just called Trimming Pubes and Testicles. And my only hope is that we don't see anything, because this is the guy who showed his butthole in a Naring video. Maybe he's learned from that, I don't know. I know YouTube said it was an educational purpose, but like, if I were to just go on YouTube and show my butthole, which is never gonna happen, the video would get taken down even if I said, no, it's for educational purposes. I'm scared, but let's just go, I guess.
Hey guys, today I am going to show you how I trim.
I can't show that on YouTube!
My guy, my dude, his fucking penis and testicles are just out, and well, I mean, the video is about trimming his manhood. I was not expecting to see a dick. I really wasn't, but here we are. The like to dislike ratio, I mean, it's favors and likes, but it's closer than you would think. He does have comments on Mark. This guy says jump scare check, informative check, educational check, straight to the point check. Yeah, the beginning got me. This guy is completely immune to being embarrassed or shamed. It's insane. I will give him that. Like, he's very confident about himself, and that is something that I guess I can say is a plus. But I mean, like, man, we've already seen your butthole. We don't need to see your cock. The whole video is just him with his dick out, shaven. The only thing that really changes is his pubes go away as the video moves on, and we see his dick, which is about as big as mine, which, I mean, hey, you know, small gang, am I right? Not that you needed to know that at all, but, you know, now you do. I mean, if we have to see his dick, you might as well know a little something about mine. Now, going to his channel here, he has these other videos, like, I can't stop sharding, I wish I had a uterus. He does talk about this video, and it's called Addressing My Small Penis and My Scars. I don't think your small penis was the problem. I mean, it was, but the fact that it was small wasn't the problem. It was the fact that your dick was just out on camera, and you can get away with it because, again, it's educational. And that's basically what I'm trying to get here with YouTube, is I don't necessarily have any problem with these videos, but at the same point in time, there's a place for the type of stuff that he is doing. Because usually, you don't see a dick on YouTube, or at least when you do, YouTube takes care of it and takes it down because, well, that shit should be saved for Pornhub. But him claiming that, oh, it's all for educational purposes, that's kind of where I think using that excuse can be a little bit skewed. Because to me, using something for educational purposes is like when you see this World War II documentary and Nazis are being mentioned and all that stuff. You're using that for educational purposes to tell something that actually happened in history. Or it's like in baseball, how back then when the game was very segregated before Jackie Robinson came up and broke the color barrier, they had the Negro Leagues. Negus. Most of the time, that word is not okay to say, but it was the name of the league back then and it's a part of history, so, you know, when you tell it, that's how you gotta say it. It's not me being offensive, nobody's being offensive, that's just what it was called. That's where we can say it's for educational purposes. That way, oh, you say Negro Leagues, you don't get called out for hate speech or anything. Or you mention Nazis. I know YouTube can be very strict with that, but hey, it's about World War II, so it's educational in this sense. But to me, having your asshole just spread wide open and your cock out while you're shaving your pubes, it might be educational to some people, but to me, and to many others, I just don't see how that is really, like, anything educational. Like, you're teaching us how to use Nair to, you know, get rid of the hairs on your ass, when all you have to do is just rub the Nair on your body, let it sit for a second, and the hair will fall off. And, I mean, if you're a guy and you don't know how to shave your pubes, then I'm sorry, but that's your problem. You shouldn't need a tutorial on it. It's called just get a razor and just go down there and trim the hedges. Negus. Like, I want to hope that this is some sort of troll, But at the same point in time, I can't tell because like that comment mentioned, he feels so confident with himself that he just kind of seems to push all the hate and all the negativity away, which again, good for him. You know, if he feels positive about himself and just wants to make what he wants to make, that's fine. But when is it too much is the big question here. When do we stop calling it educational purposes, and when do we just start calling it for like it is, and that's to get views, which, I mean, hey, you know, you're getting attention, so that's one thing you probably want out of these videos, because to me, I don't want to call them worthless videos. I feel like that'd be a little too harsh, but he's not really showing us anything that's super complicated. Like here, using wax strips to remove butt hairs. I didn't see that video, but I can bet you 100% that we see his asshole at some point in time in this video because he's got to give a demonstration as to how this wax works. But then rooting through his other channel, he has like, don't cut yourself ever, I almost died once. And then he goes into videos like my childhood masturbation addiction, how to keep your butt clean for hot men. And like, I don't know, he even did address his Nair video, but like, my dude, it's done, it's over with, it's there forever. At least I think it is. Yep, it is still there, and that one was 3 minutes. So thankfully it was like quick, straight and to the point. This new one, though, was 7.5 minutes, and his dick was on screen the whole time. Like, again, even if it is for educational purposes, I don't know how you can get away with it. Negus. Because educational purposes in that matter would be something like, maybe if you're trying to teach sex ed or something like that, you know, that's when I can say, you know what? It is for educational purposes. But dude, this is just you doing what you needed to do, which was shave your pubes. I mean, you could have just done that in your spare time with no camera on, and could have just went on about your life, but no, here we are talking about you, and to be honest with you, it's just kind of like, at this point, we just gotta stop falling for it, because we know when he titles a video like that, he's not clickbaiting. I'll give him that. At first I was like, maybe these videos are just clickbait, you know, maybe he's doing what he's doing, but we don't see anything, and of course I was wrong. So I can't necessarily call him out for clickbaiting for views, because, well, he's not clickbaiting. He's doing this for views, which I guess any YouTuber would do what they do for views, but this is going to the extreme, and I grew up with an era of YouTube where we had guys like Shane Dawson and iDubbbz using kind of like that shock value horror to gain attention, but I don't ever recall them doing anything like this to do it. It's just, it blows my mind, and, you know, Kevin can keep making his content. I have to say this in every video because I feel like, you know, if I don't and this person gets attacked, then it'll come back on me. Do not go and harass Kevin Leonardo on his, you know, YouTube channel or his social media accounts. It is not warranted. He's just doing what's making him happy, and if he's, you know, making bank off of these videos because, well, hey, I showed my dick on camera, then sure, whatever. Not necessarily something I would do, and like I said, wouldn't necessarily call this educational purpose, but at the same point in time, I feel like he seems like a really nice dude who definitely does just want to teach you about this stuff, and he just kind of, you know, doesn't give a fuck what you think. He's got that mentality, and sometimes that can take you a long, long way. So, yeah, that's basically it for me. You can tell me my thoughts. You can tell me in the comments below what are your thoughts, and until then, I will catch you all in the next one. Negus.